Hello everybody, my name is VtuberTutorial, and today I'll be showing you guys how I make my thumbnails for YouTube using a very simple 4-part template. One of the golden rules for graphic designing, especially when it comes to thumbnails, is typography. For the fonts, you want to use no more than 3 different styles of fonts. Any more than that and your thumbnail becomes fairly cluttered, you have too many different elements going on as well, it makes it hard to read. I usually stick with maybe 1 to 2, 3 at the most if I'm using a logo, including a logo, and avoid using anything like fancy cursive writing or anything that's just like generally hard to read. I personally use fonts that are like very nice and bold. Mochi Pop 1 is a good one, and there's also plenty of different fonts out there. I'll be dropping some in the in the description below, so go ahead and look out for that. For my thumbnails, I use Photoshop to make them, and I basically set everything up within 4 different folders. If you see on the right side here, you'll see that I have from back to front. I have my background pictures, my model for reactions, my logo for the game, like so people know like the game that I'm reacting to or the thing that I am talking about. And then I have the font as well. And the font is really important. You always want something that's bold, and make sure that it has back shadow. I usually tend to use a back shadow, outer glow, a gradient overlay, and a stroke. This is all basically to help make it more legible and stick out more as a focal point within the thumbnail. And you always want to make sure the elements are not clashing too much with each other and has a nice balance to it. The reason I have a pre-made template made on Photoshop for thumbnails is basically it makes it to streamline the process so much easier. I basically can just drag and drop everything into these different separate folders and just rearrange everything on top of the thumbnail in order to make it look concise. And if you want to learn how to make your thumbnails look more and more better, I recommend just going on YouTube and just looking at every other YouTuber's thumbnails, and you can kind of get an idea of how they arrange the fonts, the titles and everything basically in order to improve your own thumbnails and add your own twist to it and make it unique to yourself. Give it your own spice. I'm gonna make a quick mock-up for you guys just so you can see how I work on my thumbnails and the process I go about doing it. Now that everything is put together, basically all we're going to do now is we're just going to go shift click and select everything and merge everything into one single layer. This is just going to be temporary. This is so we can save everything as a PNG. After you finish saving it as a PNG, you can just undo that merge, and then you have all your folders back for the template. So yeah, this is basically how I do my easy thumbnails. If you have any questions about something I may not have covered in this video for thumbnails, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll do my best to check it out. As always, this is VtuberTutorial signing off.